Is back, ladies and gentlemen, which now means it's time to get your team's football shirt. But I'm not trying to pay £120 for a football shirt. I'm just saying. But I have found the solution for myself and for you, the lovely audience of the Don Husam channel, with your own coupon promo code. And this is the solution, ladies and gentlemen. All you've got to do is just go to okjersey.com. As you guys can see, all the options are there. Of course, I'm a Liverpool fan, you guys already know. And then this is the shirt. Look how amazing it looks. I'm just going to go pick my size. And then after that, I'm going to choose the Premier League patch. And listen, I'm too old to be putting any player names on the back. So I'm just going to get it as it is. I'm going to click add to cart, view cart. And this is the same thing that you guys do on any website. You proceed to checkout. You fill in all your information. And then after that, coupon code Husam. When you click this coupon code, you get a 8% discount. Enjoy shopping, guys. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, guys. LB is on his way. Souls is joining us now. You get me? Look at this guy. I can lose it. Hi Souls. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single one of you, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Some people think they have an argument that they're bigger than me, but they don't even have a camera. And the camera costs £5, chat.
Well, obviously I've got a camera. Because the camera works.
Anyway, guys, make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. You get me? Please, every single one of you, hit the like button and subscribe. And let's get this party started. I think the first topic we've got to address is Chelsea. Obviously,
no, you beat Real Madrid, mate. Big yourself up. I think we should start with you.
Yeah, hold that. Yeah,
no, mate. I reckon we should start with Real Madrid.
Anyway, guys. Prize in the Qarabag. That's what they're calling it yesterday. How do you feel about your team, Charlie?
It was terrible yesterday. Bad. The worst thing is though, like it weren't really a surprise. I mean, I expected to beat Qarabag. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, it's the same story with us. You know, like you can never get too excited by this team because every time we win a game. You know, whether it's the next game or the one after, there's a poor performance waiting just around the corner for us. And I think we've got a big mentality problem because, and you said it before we went live, when we play to the level of the opposition in the big games, I don't worry about us. I'm not bothered about playing Barca. I'm not bothered about playing Napoli in the upcoming games. I'm more concerned about the Wolves and Burnley games we've got coming up than I am playing against Barcelona or Napoli, because when you look at what we do in these games, I was looking at it earlier, right? We've played Qarabag, Sunderland, Brighton, Brentford, Man United, and Crystal Palace, right, this season. We haven't won a single one of them games. Not one of those 6 games have we won. And, whatever Chelsea fans moaning about the rotation, it was a strong side that went out. You cannot be highlighting, we made too many changes against Qarabag. Like, look at the team that was on the pitch, and you're telling me that team can't beat Qarabag.
I big up Qarabag, big up Qarabag.
Well, they were good, but you cannot tell me that team was not good enough to beat Qarabag because it was. And the issue we've got is that people always like to go about a lack of experience. We've got experienced players. You've got Reece James, you've got Cucurella, you've got Caicedo in there, you've got Enzo Fernandez playing. You've got experienced footballers, right? But the problem we've got is, and I haven't got an issue with the rotation, right? Because the side was fine. My issue is constantly, every single game is a different centre-back pairing. That, for me, is where the biggest issue is. Because every other week, we're making defensive mistakes after defensive mistakes. Yes, Spurs were awful at the weekend, right? But we defended well, and that was arguably our best defensive performance of the season. You get to the next game, both those centre backs aren't playing. All right, Fofana, we're managing him. He's constantly injured. He's on that 1 game a week program at the moment. We're trying to build him up, but there's no excuses for why Chalobah shouldn't play in this game. Jarrell Hayter was awful last night, but him alongside Tosin is a disaster. And he's not a centre back. Yes, he played centre back for Ajax, and then Farioli switched him to a left back, and he's much better at left back. But regardless of whether he's playing centre back or left back, the level of mistake that he was making last night was abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. And for me, it's a quality issue, and it's a mentality issue for a lot of this group that seems to approach these games with a sense of arrogance, seem to think this game is won before a ball's even been kicked. And we got a massive reality check. We got a reality check, and we got what we deserved. We didn't deserve to win that game. Arguably, we probably deserved to lose it, really. So, yeah, look, it was a bad night. Multiple players who were given opportunities didn't take their chances. Gittins, who's been in decent form in the last few games, was awful. And George shouldn't be playing at centre forward. We know all this stuff, but hey, here we are. But this team will sell us dreams, and they'll go and beat Barcelona, and then everyone will think it's all fine. But this is what we do. We're just yo-yo. Like, 1 week we're great, the next week we're poor, and the only thing we're consistent with is being inconsistent. It is a quality. People in the chat say it's not a quality.
Well, how can you get out of this mess, basically? How?
Well, one, it would help if we look. I get it. You're not going to name the same starting 11 week, like, game by game. But at the same time, for me, you can't make 7 changes for Champions League games and expect to get results all the time. Yes, we should have beaten Qarabag, but I need to see more consistency. You look at all the top sides this week, right? Obviously playing different levels of opposition, fine. But they're still playing top. They're not changing their centre-back pairing. They're not changing that. That, for me, right, is the one area on the pitch that you do not piss about with. You do not constantly change that every single week. Yeah, we've made 7 or more changes in the last 5 games. Yes, we had a long season last season and whatnot. But changing your centre-backs game to game is not good. You can't build any consistency whatsoever. And that's what we're seeing. That's exactly what we're seeing right now. So for me, I need to see a more consistent team playing to get out of this, particularly centre-back pairing. I need to see Esteval starting week in, week out. He's our best winger by an absolute mile. And we need to see a change in the mentality. And it's as simple as that, really, for me. Play the players that deserve to play. I get it. You want to, protect a teenager. You don't want him to play all the time. I understand that. Esteval plays 90 minutes last night. I know full well this kid will be lucky to play 20 minutes against Wolves on Saturday. That's not good enough. It really isn't. And when the players in the squad, don't get me wrong, we've got a better squad than we had last season. But what's being highlighted here, this is not an excuse for last night, because whatever Chelsea players go on the pitch should be beating Qarabag. What it's showing us is that the rotation options, unfortunately, aren't good enough. And we haven't got the luxury we had last season, where you can make 8, 9, 10, change the whole team. We're going to have to use more of the guys that we want to give a rest for in the Champions League. And what's being shown right now is that the backup options actually aren't really up to the required standard. Well, certainly not right now anyway.
Have you made 85 changes in 16 games? Is this
bro? They've done it on Sky on Sky this morning, bro. We've made the most changes out of
85 is crazy in 16 games.
It is, bro. But this is my point, though. Like, literally last 5 games, we've made a minimum of 7 changes.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to lend itself to producing any sort of consistency. But for me, the biggest issue is, and it's boring talking about it because we mention it all the time. Everybody's mentioned it here on the panel. You sign yourself a quality centre-back in the summer, half these issues don't happen. But we didn't do it. So here we are with the same problems.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Favorite topic, right here.
Unbelievable. It's almost as if some people spoke about this in the summer and then got roasted off Chelsea fans, isn't it?
Right, it's the same, mate. I agreed with you in the summer, but yeah, I think too many fans got carried away.
Too many of your fans, was in cloud cuckoo land. Didn't want to have the real conversations. Why? Because they were lying to themselves, lying to everybody else, and didn't actually want to speak on the truth, bro. Anyway, sorry I'm late. My bad, isn't it?
No, but it's true though. Like, I think.
Speak on Osimhen, bro. I big up Aziz, bro. Come on, Aziz, talk to me, man. Osimhen hat trick last night.
Mate, but that's another one that could have been wearing a blue shirt.
Break the wage structure.
Yeah, I know, mate. I know.
Oh, but Osimhen's greedy, bro. Osimhen's greedy. And then go spend £100 million on Garnacho and kittens. You're all right.
To be fair, Garnacho was actually all right yesterday, but I mean,
I actually think Garnacho's just getting abused by Chelsea fans for no reason, Loki. Like,
it's because
I actually think Gittins has been worse than Garnacho.
Oh, Gittins has been worse than Garnacho.
They're gonna grill Garnacho, though, innit? Because they're always gonna grill him because a lot of them don't like him personally. That's the problem. He's come from Man United. They didn't like him when he was there. They don't like his character. So there's just these hidden agendas. Fans, when they don't like a player, even if the player's doing well, they just have hidden agendas. Some of them are even subconscious agendas. You don't even know their agendas. They just personally are going to scapegoat you if things go wrong.
But this is it, though, right?
I agree with that.
But like Garnacho could like score. I'm not saying. By the way, I don't think he is. But Garnacho could score. Garnacho could get 20 GA this season, right? And there'd still be Chelsea fans that say he's shit and don't like him because they've already made their mind up on him. So that's.
I said it in the summer before you lot signed him. I think he's a decent player. Everyone grilled me for it and said he's crap.
Yeah, but that's the problem, bro. Decent.
He's a good rotation option.
That's the problem. That's the issue that Chelsea have got, and this is what I was speaking about in the summer. Decent is not good enough. Like, what are Chelsea meant to be, bro? Are Chelsea meant to be a decent team, or are Chelsea meant to be a team that's trying to win the Premier League and Champions
But this
League?
is it, LB, though. Like, the window we had in the summer told me that we're happy to be a top 4 team. That recruitment was
which is exactly what I said, bro.
Yeah. I know. So that's why. Like, I agreed with you in the summer.
But I don't think But I don't think you look. I feel like when I look at, for example, I would, me personally, your squad, like, and I agree with LB. If you're signing Garnacho as a rotation player, I don't mind. But then you have to sign a quality left winger who's good enough to be a starting left winger.
Yeah.
But the issue isn't even in the left wing position, because you can have great teams that win Premier Leagues who haven't got a top player in every position. But for example, like Arsenal haven't got a very good left winger. Martinelli and Trossard for me are both average wingers at best, right? But we have positions and other positions where they're top players. I think Chelsea's recruitment as a whole was poor, but I feel like that solely can't be on just Garnacho. I feel like you need to look at multiple positions. The keeper position, not signing another centre back.
The centre back's the biggest problem. It's the biggest problem. Like, because if you look at the goals that we've conceded this season, right, they're a disgrace. Like, the goals that we're conceding. And yeah, look, it's boring talking about it, but it points back to the recruitment. You know,
let's
didn't sign a centre back.
Turn it on a different area, which is Maresca right now. Maresca is coming under criticism from Chelsea fans, and rightfully so. But how do you feel about the Maresca conversation right now? Because
why is it rightly so?
It's not what. Yeah,
I think with Chelsea fans, like, it's polarized opinions on Maresca.
But
it's not polarized. It's not. It's no. It's not. No. So Charlie, quick question. It's not polarized, Sam. It's the same thing that you was doing with Slot a couple of games ago. That these silly fans do with their manager, which is as soon as you go on a losing streak, instead of contextualizing why things are going wrong and looking at recruitment, looking at signings, looking at everything, people straight away just jump onto the manager because it's the easiest thing to do.
Yeah,
because it's always the easiest.
When I
thing
say
to do
polarized, I mean
manager.
there are some Chelsea fans who are saying basically that he's doing a great job with the trash transfers that we had this summer, and then there are some Chelsea fans who are Maresca out. We have to
and the ones who are Maresca out, if you ask them why you Maresca out, they probably couldn't give you a viable reason as to what he's done wrong as a manager.
And Sol's spot on, right? Because I interact with these guys on a daily basis, right? One, they can't give you a proper reason, right? And then when you ask them to name a realistic alternative, they can't give you one, and they say it's not their job to find one. Well, then you can't have an opinion then that the manager's got to go, and you can't even give a reason.
Nah, that's BS. No. That's BS.
That's rubbish.
That's rubbish. That's rubbish. No, the thing is with Maresca, yeah, what you got to realize with this Maresca geezer is he come to Chelsea off the back of what? 2 seasons. 2 seasons.
One season, LB. One season.
Well, he was at Parma though, wasn't he? He was at Parma.
He was there
as well.
for like 10 games. He wasn't even a season.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go Leicester then.
Yeah.
So you as a fan of Chelsea, you might have been a Maresca out from the beginning, but it's not necessarily that you just don't like Maresca. It might be because you don't think that Maresca should be managing Chelsea Football Club, which, as an outsider, I've got to say is a very, very reasonable opinion in my and that's just the same when some Arsenal fans didn't want Arteta at the start, because these are massive footballing institutions, Chelsea and Arsenal. And there is a legitimate debate about whether these top level clubs should be handing the keys to the job to a manager that's, in Arteta's case, never managed anyone before, and in Maresca's case, had one season and a half with Parma. Now, in my view, when you get a manager like an Arteta, like a Maresca, you have to give him time as a club. Now, as a fan, you don't have to, because as a fan, you can do what you want. He's going to make mistakes. He's going to make mistakes. He's going to make substitution mistakes. He's going to make starting 11 mistakes. If he's in charge of transfers, he's going to make transfer mistakes. Why? Because he's a new manager. Anybody who goes into a new job is going to make mistakes. If you start doing YouTube, you're going to do some shit thumbnails, some shit titles. You're going to do shit. You're going to say shit that you maybe say, I should have probably said that. Because it's a new job, bro. Yeah, so you got to go with the flow. I believe that a lot of people that are turning on Maresca at the moment were probably people that were fucking glazing that transfer window in the summer. And then now, rather than accept that, oh shit, you know what? I was wrong. The transfer window was actually ass, as people said, like Hell B. I'm actually gonna be disingenuous, lie, and say it's all Maresca's fault.
Yeah, but that's what they're doing though.
And that's not saying that we can't blame the manager slightly for some of the transfers, because we don't know the internal conversations behind the door. But the analogy that people like to follow, which is recruitment is all on the manager, is a stupid thing to say, in my opinion, because ultimately anyone that knows football and understands how football clubs work understand that there are people above the manager, below the manager, that have a collaborative input on what players they should be signing. That's just how it works. So that's why when you're looking at signings, like people used to do it with Arteta, oh, but he signed Havertz. Okay, he might have, which is true, but people just blame him for every single signing that we sign. When it's a bad signing, it's Arteta's fault, and it's nothing to do with Edu. It's nothing to do with Edu. It's nothing to do with it's all to do with him. So what I'm saying to you is that yes, a manager has an input, but in
to
my
be fair,
opinion,
the Chelsea fans have called out the sporting directors from time now. Like it's been a year and a half.
It has. And look, obviously the manager will, can recommend.
After Pochettino, I think there was a switch a little bit. After Poch, I think Chelsea fans start looking at the sporting director a lot more.
Yeah, of course. And look, the manager is not blameless, by the way. Of course he's not. He's getting things wrong. But as LB said, this is a young, inexperienced manager who's going to make mistakes on the job. But I think in regards to Maresca, I still think he's doing a good job. In terms of,
I think he's doing a good job.
In terms of, in terms of the situation at Chelsea, in terms of his experience, in terms of the tools that he's been given, I think he's doing a decent job. In a good season last season, picked up 2 trophies. People can say whatever they want to say about.
I was gonna say good job. I was gonna say he's doing a decent job. I wouldn't say a good job. Obviously, with it, and it depends what your requirements are for how you judge things. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day,
he achieved all his targets last season.
Exactly. Last year,
2 trophies and the top
league,
and
yeah, granted, you expect him to win that, but he won that. He won the Club World Cup. He got top 4.
That was a successful season.
I think he's doing it. Like I said, that's why I'm not. I wouldn't if I was.
If we go back, it's currently like 6th November. If we go back to 6th November last season, ask like Chelsea fans, okay, what do you expect this season? 90% of them, actually not 90%, I'd say
this season
more than 95% would have probably said win the Conference League and finish top 4, and they achieved that. To be fair,
exactly. But hold on, but I'm saying yes, and that's
hear me out. So the reason why I say he achieved his objective is, look, you as an Arsenal fan, you've had this question 100 times. What do you expect from Arteta? Win the Premier League. Okay, so if he wins it, you've achieved your objective. He's done a good job. That's basically my point. So that's why I think Maresca has done a good job. But it's down to recruitment once again. I actually think it's so different with Chelsea and Liverpool actually as well. I think we have similarities in that regard. I think Liverpool made it a casing point when Slot was hired to announce to the world, guys, this is the coach, not the manager. Like he even said it in his interviews and everything. Like I'm sure, and let's not like dumb it down to the level where we say like he has no say in it at all. But like I'm sure he's in the room when they're talking about transfers, but it's not his final decision because Maresca in the Chelsea hierarchy perspective probably is replaceable. Like in their mind at least. Like if you put yourself in the mind of Iqbali, like the guys at the top, they think we have this strategy and we need a man to help us with the strategy, which is the whole, selling and blah, 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 like complying with FFP through their own standard, through their own way, which is basically flipping players. Here's the problem that Chelsea owners don't know about, or maybe didn't research, or maybe didn't figure out. Not every player can be flipped.
Yep.
Meaning, the Athletic came out and said, if you get 55% of your transfers right, you're actually a solid club, basically. If you get 55% correct. Now, what's so certain that Gittins is going to be flipped? As things stand, Gittins will be sold at a loss if you sold him this summer. Sterling was not.
I don't know that.
He was not flipped, as an example. Plenty of examples. So that's why I look at strategy more than anything else. And by the way, I've probably kept the same energy since Pochettino. Staffy will remember them days where I was talking about Pochettino and actually defending him. I've always attacked Chelsea's strategy because I think that's the root cause of all issues at Chelsea right now. Root cause, even from
of course
Poch
it
days.
is. But the way that we recruit some right now, there's a ceiling on what Chelsea can achieve, and that ceiling is 3rd or 4th place at this point in time. Look,
Exactly. Because you stagnated in the summer, bro. And this is what I was saying.
Exactly.
Didn't want to hear it, and now
Yeah.
they're all changing the tune, saying they didn't say all this shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
That summer that you had was
It was crap.
It was. Yeah, but the opportunity that Chelsea had this summer to kick
Big
on
miss.
was
Yeah.
absolutely incredible. You just won the Club World Cup. You won the Conference League. 3-4 serious signings, and you would have been a title threat, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And you stuck with the same process.
Yeah.
You carried on with the same strategy. You carried on buying kids, and that's why you'll get top 4, top 5, in my opinion, 100%. But you will not be in a title race because you've not bought the players.
No, but
Yeah, and not just that, and not just that. Look, I feel like they also look. I don't have sympathy for Chelsea at all. I just don't, because I don't follow the thought process of give someone unlimited money, let them buy whoever they want. Let's not blame it on one individual person. Let's just blame it on the club, and then everyone gets a blie, and then everyone just says, "Oh, you know what? We don't expect Chelsea to challenge because they haven't got the players and the recruitment was poor." But no one's taken accountability for why that's happened. And that's my issue. Either the owners need to be spoken about, sporting director needs to be spoken about, the manager has to have his say as well. But him as Maresca himself, if you separate him from Chelsea as a coach, I think he's a good coach. And I think if he left Chelsea tomorrow, he'd probably get a good job.
He get a top job, yeah.
And get a top job. So that's why I'm not looking at Maresca. But as a club, Chelsea, I have no sympathy for them because ultimately they've spent so much money. They've spent so much money, and it's not like they're a club that couldn't buy players for years and was stuck. No, every summer they spend a bunch of money.
In the words of Mo, it's not my fault who you spend your money on.
Yeah, and not that.
I say Chelsea spent X amounts of money. It's on you to figure out your recruitment. This ain't my fault. If I give Sold 1 million and I give LB 1 million, LB buys real estate with it and apartments, but Souls buys 3 Ferraris and 3 years later he's broke. That's not my fault. That's Souls' fault.
Well, yeah, exactly. And not only that, I just feel like Chelsea as well. The only thing I'll give them is from a business point of view. I get what Husam's saying about some players won't be good, but the problem with Chelsea, the good thing about Chelsea, trust me, because I've seen this happen. Maybe 20%, maybe even 10% of their players will not have resale value. But Chelsea are very good at selling players. I don't know how, I don't know why. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah,
but all of these
it's not really
it's not relevant to a fan.
It's not monopoly. This is not a monopoly show, bro. This is about football, isn't it?
No, I get you. And from a fan's point of view, in terms of success, I agree with you that it doesn't really. They don't care if you can sell Garnacho now for 50.
Souls, if we actually open a new tab and we actually do like a deep dive into it, and we look at like Chelsea's transfers since like probably from the whole Todd Bowley era, I promise you could find 15 players minimum that were not flipped or will not.
Why
be
do
flipped.
fans care about the money side of the game? Why were Chelsea fans in the summer defending wage structures?
No, because their wage bill is low. No, but LB, their wage bill is low. They have a very good.
They got shit players, bro. They buy some better players, and they might actually win the league.
We broke our wage bill for Isak. At least we attempted.
It doesn't matter, Husam, because I know Arsenal, my club, we're paying shit players a lot of money in their wages. We're paying
shit? You might win the league.
We were paying Tomiyasu over 100k. We were paying Tomiyasu over 100k a week when we weren't.
What if you win the league?
No, but we didn't win the league last year.
I agree with that.
But you're closer to winning the league than Chelsea are.
I agree, but not because we paid 100 racks to Tomiyasu, who's injured for an entire year.
Go into the mind of a Chelsea fan against Sunderland at home. When they're losing 2-0, do you think during that 90 minutes they're thinking about who they're going to flip for profit?
No.
That's the thing. That's my thing. I always look at this. I always go like, but as a football fan, you want your team to win, and you don't care about any of that type of stuff.
No, but that's all you should be worried about. Though, as a fan, all you should be focused on is what is going on the pitch, and are my club signing players to improve my team in the window. Those are the only things that matter. And then you let the people that supposedly know what they're doing take care of the rest. You know, too many football fans are now becoming obsessed with finances, pretending to be accountants, doing this and that. Oh, we've got these UEFA restrictions. Oh, FFP this. Oh, this and that. Oh, we've got to sell this so then we're compliant with this. It's like
money. Look. I agree with LB and Charlie. I don't really like bringing up net spend and how much you and like your wage structure and how you do business. At the end of the day, no one's invested into the club financially, right? People want to see success. That's why we're fans. But money gets brought up. I know it's going to get brought up. It's always gets brought up.
They spend the money anyway. They spent 300.
They do. They do. But what I'm saying is, like, people always bring up money. If Arsenal, like, if any top club does bad, people always say, "Well, you spent so much money. You spent X amount." Like even Liverpool, when they lost 4 games in a row, the first thing people said is, "You spent 500 million. You bought all these players, and you can't do it." At the end of the day, we have to understand it in football. I know that this is probably not correct when you contextualize it, but from an outside point of view, money should equal success. It should. It doesn't, because we've seen United spend nearly $1 billion and not win anything. We've seen
they spend it badly.
No, exactly, and we've done
the allocation of funds is poor.
But in theory, though, in my opinion, and this is just the law of how things should work. If you have more money, the better players in world football are going to cost more money. And if you have more money, you can afford better players. So if you have more money and you buy the better players, that should equal success. For example, not everyone could afford Florian Wirtz. Not everyone could afford Isak. Not everyone could afford all these players. But Liverpool could, so they did. And because they bought the best players who cost the most money, rightly so, that should equal success. If Liverpool now don't go and achieve something, there's going to be question marks on income again. How could you go and spend all this money?
Yeah, that's right. But what's the point of Chelsea, though?
The point with Chelsea is that, and this is what I'm telling you guys, when you look at the owners, I don't think they're thinking about it in terms of success. I feel like they're trying to run a business. They're not trying to build a successful.
I agree with that.
I think the biggest problem is that everything with Chelsea is so long-term orientated, right? As in like 3, 4, 5 years ahead, that there's a massive neglection on the here and now. How to improve now? How are we going to win now? How are we going to take steps forward to close up? I don't worry about Chelsea in, say, 4 or 5 years' time. But as a football fan, I don't give a fuck about 4 or 5 years' time. I care about the here and now. What are my team doing? What are my club doing to make my team better, to push them higher up the table, to compete for the major trophies and win them? What are we doing right now to do that?
The thing is as well, Charlie, yeah, with this long-term vision, there's absolutely no guarantee that in 4 or 5 years, these players that Chelsea have bought turn out to be as good as they want. Some players might get a bad injury, end the career. Some players might want to leave. Fucking hell, they might get sanctioned again. You have no idea what's around the corner.
100%. But this is it, LB, though. Like, the whole policy is just a huge gamble. It's a red or black situation. Like, you're signing players based on what data is telling you that they're going to become, and you're banking on them becoming as good as well,
Charlie, it's worse than that. It's worse than that, though, as well, bro, because you're not even getting these players at cheap prices.
They're expensive.
You're buying Gittins at 55, Garnacho 50-odd million. You know, I could half understand the strategy if you're getting Garnacho at 20 million, if you're getting Kittens at 20 million, if you're getting these players super cheap. You spent 330 million quid.
You're not
even getting these players for cheap, man. So this is crazy,
this is the thing, though. Like, you know,
after Charlie, I want to move on topic. So go ahead, Charlie.
I was going to say, like, potential costs a premium these days, and like you're basically spending money on players becoming as good as what a set of numbers and what data and spreadsheets and Y-Scout or whatever other stuff gets used is telling you they're going to become. You sign 10, 15 players, 1 or 2 of them, maybe 3, might become really good. The rest of them won't be good enough. And you can't just go for a mass volume approach where let's just sign as many players as possible, and then a few will work out, and then we'll dine out on that as proof of success that this strategy works. Cole Palmer is a prime example of that. We're still dining out on Palmer. Oh, Palmer worked out really well, so let's go and sign a load of other guys that haven't played that much, and they might be good because Palmer was good. We can't operate like this.
This doesn't work every single time.
It doesn't work every single time. But that's the problem, though, is that we're operating as if, this is going to work like 9 times out of 10. This might work 2 or 3 times out of 10. And there'll be 7 or 8 occasions where this lot aren't good enough. Like the players won't be good enough. And then you're selling these players. Yeah, okay, you might get your money back. You might make money. And then everyone's celebrating, we've sold some players, we bought money in. But you could also look at it and say, well, hang on a second. All those players that we've sold are an acceptance that we signed crap players and they weren't good enough. Yeah. No one ever looks at that side of it. It's always like, Chelsea are really good at selling players, which we are. But no one looks at it and says, hang on a second, why are Chelsea selling so many players? Because we've signed so many players that weren't even good enough. And we've had to move them on.
Yeah, and speaking of moving them on, let's move on topic. Hi, Lewis. Day 115 of 1,461.
This guy is so. This Lewis guy is so boring. He's so boring. All he does, bro. He comes on.
Just your gold badge.
All he does is come on talking shit about bro. I feel like this guy, it's like a kid in a candy store. He wins something and then he just holds on to it.
But you'd all love the gold badge on the shirt, though. Let's stop.
It's not that we wouldn't. The point that I have is that you need to understand in football, you win something, you win something, and then you have to forget about it and move on and wish for success. But he's the type where he'll win something, and then no matter how shit his team does for the next however long, he'll just keep talking about, but we won the World Cup, but we've got 5 stars.
So rattled. Let me explain to you how YouTube works.
He's a waffler.
Let me explain to you. The game week 2, when City lost to Spurs, we spoke about City. Game week 3, when City lost to Brighton, we spoke about City. When Arsenal lost to Liverpool, we spoke about Arsenal. When Arsenal drew with City, we spoke about Arsenal. We speak about the 4 relevant clubs mostly on YouTube, who are currently
you speak about Arsenal a lot more.
City and Chelsea, basically. And whichever club doesn't do well gets spoken about. Welcome to YouTube. You are here every single episode when I was getting cooked, laughing in the chat. One time you drew with Qarabag, you want us to ignore topic. Yeah, hold that, mate. You can't even name 3 Qarabag players without Googling it. Anyway, big up to Hamid, who says, big up Kairat Al-Matti. Big up to you, Hamid. Big up to you. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Big up to Robertinho, which is a perfect way to segue the topic. I'm actually going to start with Staffy for this one. He hasn't spoken yet.
He's mad, by the way.
On this whole topic. By the way, guys, we got 720 people locked in. Please hit the like button and subscribe right here, right now. Let's get the likes up. How many likes are we on? I'm going to check right now. We better be on 200, 300 likes already. So please close the live chat and hit the like button right now. 120 likes. Come on, guys. We need better. So please do that. And don't forget to check out our sponsors and use code Husam for 8% off. So like, subscribe, and go check out everyone on the panel. All the links are in the description. So go give them a subscribe as well. Salam alaikum, my brothers. Big up Staffy, a.k.a. Timu Sharky. Big up Husam. I think we slap you this weekend still. Big up LB and the panel each and every time. Thanks so much, Robertino. And this takes us to the game. Staffy, Liverpool beat Real Madrid 2 days ago. Things are looking up. 2 wins in a row.
Why do I have to talk about that?
But you didn't speak in the Chelsea topic, so I want you to be the headliner for the.
So we were talking about Chelsea, bro. I have nothing to say about Chelsea. I hear Chelsea, I stay quiet. I don't.
That's why I'm telling you to speak about Liverpool. Go ahead.
Why do you want me to speak about Liverpool? I want you to speak about Liverpool.
Why would you ask him about Liverpool? Why would you ask him?
You I'm the one-match ultimatum that you
No. Do you know why? No. He thinks he's smart because now he's sitting there smiling because they've won a couple of games. Look at the smirk on his face. Look, talk about Liverpool. Speak about us. When they were losing, he had a lot to say. Camera like this, tactic boards, talking shit.
Bro, the tactics board been packed away now. He's won 2 games.
Do you know what I mean? Look at him, bro. Now he's got his chair back. Now he's relaxed. Bro, you know what this guy did? He's such a fraud. He waited a month for Liverpool to win a game just to get a haircut. Look at him. The moment Liverpool win a game. Wait.
It's a complete lie. I got the haircut before Villa.
No, it doesn't matter. But the point is,
So Salty was saying he was getting ready for the occasion.
I'm telling you, bro. This guy, bro. Bro. You know this guy during his dark phase of Liverpool losing
Got
4
a
games in a
haircut
row.
before Villa.
There
that's a lie.
was a stream where Husam turned his whole light off in the middle of a stream. That's how triggered.
Yeah, because
he
I was
during
taking the
Liverpool
piss out of you.
That's how triggered he was. That's how triggered he was at Liverpool.
Anyway,
losing.
guys.
He turned his lights
Anyway.
off.
Staffy, بصير تحكي. Go ahead, حبيبي. Speak.
I mean, I want you to talk, but I'll give you guys praise. I think you guys looked much better than Real Madrid. Real Madrid tax defund the whole La Liga, bro. I'll be honest with you, because no, I'm being real, bro. Because like I even went to Twitter, I was like, "Wallahi, bro, Real Madrid would actually compete for the top 4 in the Premier League." Interrupt some people the wrong way. I'm like, dude, like look at this run of games, and I just put Liverpool's losses. I was like, look at what this Liverpool team was doing all of this month, and then they go and they just spank you. 100% spank you. Like I just saw nothing from Real Madrid that game. I was like, this is a team that we're killing every week in the Premier League. They were crying for a win against Villa, and then they did this against you guys. It looked like vintage Liverpool. But yeah, man, no, I think you guys deserve to win. I did. It was one of the few games I watched. I didn't watch a lot of Champions League this week, but that one was one of the few that I watched. I think you guys were actually unlucky not to score earlier. I forgot when your goal came. I think your goal was in the second half, right?
Yeah.
I think the first half, you guys probably should have been up 1 or 2-0 going at halftime. Yeah. Courtois, if it wasn't for Courtois, bro, I'll be honest, he 100% saved them from an embarrassment, which shows you how good he is as a goalkeeper. I mean, he's been on top of his game for how many years now? But if it wasn't for him, bro, it would have been an embarrassment because it was all you guys. You guys found it so easy to play against them, and I think it was some of your players' best performances. You know, even McAllister scoring this goal, because I think he's been horrible this season. This goal might just do him some confidence, but I think everyone looked good. Salah looked good. Gakpo looked good. Ekitike looked good.
Game without GA for the agenda.
I tell you
Which
what,
is rare.
Your best
5
midfield,
dribbles.
bro. Your best midfield is Gravenberch, McAllister, and Szoboszlai, and Wirtz actually played wide. Wirtz, we've talked about this. Wirtz disrupts the midfield. That midfield 3 is your best midfield. There's no surprise that you turned in a top performance with that midfield 3. And maybe Wirtz playing wide needs to be an option more regularly, because I think Wirtz disrupts that midfield and it don't really work for me.
Charlie, I think until they change up that midfield a little bit moving forward, like I mean, like in the next few years, they make a few signings. I think until they add like somewhat of an elite passer who plays a little bit deeper in the pitch, I think they'll continue to struggle. Wirtz is going to continue to struggle. Yeah. I don't think the dynamics in that midfield is for him. You know, there's a lot of ball runners, but not a lot of good passers around him, and I think he's going to struggle until then. But it doesn't matter. They picked up the points. I don't even know where they are in the Champions League ranks right now, but it's a big win, bro, and it's a good win for them. Real Madrid on this side. Listen, you could have had Xabi Alonso, bro, and honestly, I don't know if Xabi Alonso would have been the right one. Because I'm not gonna lie, it's looking spooky right now for Xabi Alonso. He has been playing some haram football, bro. You know, like the slut outcoached him like this. And remember, he could have been on your team. You guys wanted him before you got slut. Remember how devastated Tom Little was when he didn't get Xabi Alonso or Emery, and then I remember he called slut Fat Ten Hag. That could have been his gaffer. I'm not gonna lie, he's not looking good. But you guys 100% deserve to win. The only thing is I'm gonna say is how are you gonna take this into the Premier League this week, because you're playing City, and I'll be honest with you, as much as I think I down talked City a lot this season. This City team, I still think they're playing better football than what I've seen from Madrid. So I think it's gonna be a different type of test for you. The thing on you guys right now on these players is to take this win into the weekend. Because I'll be honest, if you beat a big team like Madrid like that during the week, we've seen Liverpool get big results in the Champions League nights all the time. We always say it's the Anfield effect, anyways. You play in midweek under the floods in Anfield. The atmosphere sucks up the opposition anyways. And we've seen you guys win a lot of these occasions. But you need to bring this into the Premier League. Because I feel like if you lose to City, I think you lose all of this momentum. It's not even a lot of momentum, but this momentum that you gained from the Villa and Madrid win.
Yeah. Look, I think they had an excellent game against Liverpool, against Real Madrid, man. I couldn't even I was hate watching, I'll be honest, but just battered them. Absolutely battered them. I think not even.
What did you think about Trent getting booed?
Look, I feel like I think it's part of football, man. I feel like you can't stop policing what fans do. Like, we're gonna start saying.
I didn't expect you to answer that.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was gonna like say something.
Yeah, I
about
thought he was gonna go like,
No.
disgraceful
No,
fans.
look, I did no.
Hold
Hold on, no. I disagree with Liverpool fans doing it. I don't feel like if it was up to me, if I was a Liverpool fan and this exact scenario happened, I wouldn't boo Trent because he's won a lot for us. He's been with us for a long time. He's been one of our most successful players in this era. The guy's poured his heart out for Liverpool, and he's a long-time Liverpool fan. And I just feel like Liverpool fans have this thing where they believe if a player is theirs, it should be theirs forever. Ultimately, players come and go, and I feel like they should respect him and they should still wish him well and not boo him. That's what I would do. But am I going to start saying you're a disgrace for booing him? No, fans have opinions. We're not going to start policing what fans can do. But ultimately, I want to get back to Liverpool. Like, Liverpool played really well. Forget the scoreline. They dominated them. In midfield, in defense, the press, the urgency. It was a completely different Liverpool. I said in our Arsenal group chat, I was like, bro, if this is the Liverpool that's going to play from now to the end of the season, we're in trouble. Because when Liverpool turn it on like that, I know in the league it's not going to be the same because teams sit back and there's different ways of playing. But they absolutely they literally pressed in the first half, Real Madrid couldn't do anything. Like they couldn't do anything. They were just trying to force it to Vinny, and Conor Bradley locked up Vinicius.
Locked up by Conor Bradley.
Yeah. Conor Bradley locked up Vinicius Jr. Gravenberch had an amazing
Conor
game.
Bradley actually fully locked him up, by the way.
Yeah. Gravenberch had an amazing game. Defensively, they were very good as well. There were times where there were periods in the game where Real Madrid had an attack and Liverpool were just sitting back and they were compact, very good defensively. And look, man, I feel like they deserve to win that 100%. It should have been. There should be no other scenario other than Liverpool winning that game, right?
By the way, I just want to say, Souls, every day I'm still very thankful that Rodri won that Ballon d'Or. Because every time I watch Vinny play,
I still think Vinny deserves that.
Every time I watch Vinny play, I cannot stand that kid.
By the way, I like Madrid.
Did you see his dive when he held his face?
It was
pathetic. That was the worst moment of the whole game.
It doesn't matter. He's still.
Listen. Because
it doesn't matter.
He was running. He just put his left hand on his face.
It doesn't really matter. Yeah, it doesn't really matter because he's still the best left winger.
And then he asked the referee to VAR check it. I'm like, but what are you doing?
He's still the best left winger in the world, and obviously I'm a big
bro. Just give it
I really like Madrid. So
not anymore.
No,
he hasn't been the best left winger in the world for a while now.
No, he is still. And again, look, we're not gonna
ahead of
Vinny. That's crap. Anyway, listen, you're allowed your opinion. I'm not gonna go into a Vinny debate now, but I like Madrid.
Crap. I said Kvaratskhelia, not
bro. I like Madrid, and I like Madrid's players, and I'm a very big fan of Vinny, very big fan of Mbappe, very big fan of Madrid. I don't like Barcelona. You can probably tell why if you do your history. But so I'm always gonna back Madrid. I'm always gonna back Madrid, but. Even on an unbiased point of view, Vinny is the best left winger in the world. But anyway, let's take this back.
No, he's not.
Anyway,
you don't watch him and think he's the best.
No, I do because I watch a lot of Madrid. I watch Madrid.
No,
anyway, listen.
No, you don't.
No, I do. You can't tell me. Do you pay my TV license for you to know what I watch?
No, you don't. No rational football fan watches him and says, "Oh, look, he's the best left winger in the world."
This guy's moving like he's got surveillance in my house. And he knows what I watch. I'm telling you, bro.
No, you like him. You like him, but you don't see the best in the world.
Why for that? I definitely don't like him. But listen,
you just said you like Liverpool. Why would you go back on your word right now?
Liverpool?
I mean, sorry, you just said you like Madrid. Why would you go back on your word?
No, I do like Madrid. You said you like him. So I'm trying to say. Anyway, listen, I want to say one thing. Liverpool played well. Do I think, and I agree with Staffy completely, they need to take this into the league. I'm praying. I would actually prefer Liverpool lose to City this weekend than a draw. Because even though I'm very concerned about City, because people I keep having arguments with Arsenal fans every day on group chats and stuff. And I say, look, bro, you can't write off Man City, bro. They're just quietly going about their business week on week. They're having good performances. Haaland's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Genuinely, and I don't want to start doing comparisons to Gyökeres again, but big up Haaland. He's a real life bad boy. You know what I mean? Does his thing, scores his goals. I still think he's a pussy-hole for trying to bad up Gabriel, but still, listen, big him up. But if Liverpool win this game against Man City on the weekend, then there's going to be big momentum going into Liverpool now. Because look, who remembers before the Liverpool game? Everyone said, "Oh my God, they have Liverpool, City, they have Liverpool, Madrid, and City coming up. There's no way they're gonna win all three. They'll probably win one and drop one. If they end up winning all three, then it's like, okay, what now? Do you know what I mean? What now? They've just had probably one of the hardest runs they're gonna have this season. Playing City and Madrid back to back is difficult.
What happens?
But yeah,
what happens? Let me ask LB this question. What happens if Liverpool win this weekend?
It makes it difficult for City. I think we'd be clinging on for dear life, but it's looking extremely unlikely.
Is it fair to say, right? It's probably too early, but if someone loses this game, would they be out of the title race?
No,
Depends on Arsenal, Sunderland.
I wouldn't say no. It doesn't. I don't think it means we're out. I just think we'd be clinging on.
Yeah, I agree. Even if Arsenal beat Sunderland and City or Liverpool lose, they're not out of the title race.
I agree.
As I said, it'll be difficult. It'll be a lot difficult that they'll be clinging on, but the title race can't be decided in November, guys. It cannot be. I keep telling people this.
The thing is, I don't think you can win the league in November, but you can lose it. But anyway,
you can't lose it. But yeah, go on.
I think with us, Slot definitely changed the way that he plays. We noticed this in the last two games. Gravenberch and McAllister sitting deeper. Before the Aston Villa game, it's funny because before the Villa game, when everyone was busy moaning about the lineup, I was the only one doing prop. I'm like, I actually like this lineup, guys. Let's go. Ended up winning. Same thing as well with the Madrid game. I think playing Vert's left wing was just incredibly genius by Slot, basically, because he inverted them into the midfield. Players are performing, but the system is performing as well. Just like I blamed Slot, I never said the word Slot out. I didn't turn on the guy, but I said he is to blame mainly for the bad run. But he turned it around, and that's the reason why I thought, like, okay, I'm not going to turn on the manager because I think he can turn it around. I think he can.
This guy is.
You are shameless.
This guy is a fraud. You know why he's shameless? Because, bro, he was literally one game away from going. If we lose against Villa, I'm slot out. If we lose against Villa, I'm slot out. Bro, this is the example of these fraud Liverpool fans.
Okay, one second. So I said if we lose against Aston Villa, do we beat Aston Villa?
Yeah. But it doesn't matter. You can't. No,
anyway,
you can't go.
rapidly moving on.
Sorry, no. Hold on. No. Bro, I'm gonna land. No. I'm gonna land. You're not getting away with this shit. Let me land my point. Let me land my point. Let me speak. No, but let me land my point. You cannot say.
You're trying to create.
It's not a narrative. I'm not fine. Let me tell you what it is. If it's a narrative, tell me it's a narrative.
The shows that I did on Thursday and on Friday. And
no, you're being a fraud again. You can't out-talk your way out of this.
You have to let me speak. The shows that I did on the Fridays and the Saturday before the game and the shows that I did on Thursday, people in the chat will tell you I was backing Slot. When the others were like, there's no way you have to turn on this guy. You've got to say the word Slot out. Even after Crystal Palace, I was like, I'm not Slot out. I'm waiting for this Saturday. And I even said, and this is well documented, but you only speak about the things that you want to speak about. I said that if we change the way that we play this Saturday against Aston Villa and we draw as an example or whatever it is, even if we don't win the game, but I see a different style, I see him trying to change things around, I'm going to back him. And you can ask the people in the chat, they were calling me top red Husam. So I don't.
That's fine. I don't follow the narrative. I don't follow the narrative where, in my opinion, you can criticize a manager for him being the reason to blame. But when you get to a point where it's one game away from you saying Slot out, that means you're one game away from giving up entirely on the manager. People need to understand, when you start saying you want a manager out, it means you don't believe he's good enough to manage your club anymore. Criticizing a manager is one thing. Saying you want him out means you've given up because you want him to get sacked.
Yeah, but
so how can you? So no, you never. But you said if we lose against Villa, you are Slot out. Which means if you lose against Villa, you're now wanting the manager sacked. So how can you go from being one game away from wanting the manager sacked to now saying, oh, actually, he's changed up now, and now he's done a very good job. Like you can't just yo-yo. You can't yo-yo like this.
So you're
actually being very disingenuous.
If you lose the next 3 games.
I actually defended the manager the whole time.
If you lose like the next 3 games, right? Let's say
turn it around, and he turned it around.
Let's say you lose 3 games in a row, right? Next 3, you then giving him one more match, and then you'll be out.
I don't know. Because it's
exactly.
I always
imagine if you're Slot and you know Husam is a friend.
He asked me a question.
Okay, go on.
The thing with this whole Slot conversation is I've always said that it's a feeling. If I feel like Slot can't take us forward, I'll say it. But I never got to that stage. I think I did say literally before we won the games that I think he will turn it around, and he turned it around.
So what would have happened if he lost against Villa?
I don't know how I would have felt.
You said. Dude,
It depends. I
You
don't
didn't
know
even
how
stop
I
out.
would have felt because it depends on the performance. It depends on what we
Oh, but you didn't say that at the time. You
I
definitely
did
didn't
say that
contextualize
before
like
the
that.
game, but once again, you're going for the headline statement. I said it before the game. I said it depends how we perform. It depends how we play. I said if Slot changes it around and we play incredibly well and we lose 1-0 to Aston Villa because of a set piece goal, I'm not going to turn on him. I said all this. And by the way, it's funny coming from you because the entirety of the Arsenal fan base right now is giving Arteta one last season, same exact thing, one last season. If he doesn't win this year, we're all going to be Arteta out. So you're doing the same thing anyway.
Well, some of us already Arteta out. I'm not.
Back to the Liverpool topic.
Big up
Yeah, thank you,
Mikel.
Fonzie. You got me. Big up all the people who remember. Back to the topic. Big up to Cypher Blue says, I'm sure Husam will be back with a tactics board this weekend. Yeah, but there's no need to bring out the tactics board because the manager is getting it right. So
Did
what
you
we're
actually
gonna
have
do-
a tactics board on
I
stream?
hope.
Yeah, bro, he brings
Yeah,
a tactics
I-
board out all the time when they're
I
losing.
hope, please, Man City, please. I hope you beat Liverpool.
Big
this
up
week.
to Total Red who says winner gets the
Smirk on this
blessing
guy.
of the other two to chase Arsenal, is what Total Red is
I don't know
saying.
why. I don't know why you
Why
want
are you
to
saying the whole City pool? We're running it this year.
Yeah.
And speaking of, I do want to look at the game this weekend. Guys, we're not even at 200 likes yet. Have some shame. We got almost 900 people locked in, so please like and subscribe now. One season is different to one game. Well, it's not one game because it was 6 games where we won 1, so it's different. You bum.
Yeah, but you get his point, though. You get his point.
Back
You
to the
get his point.
topic.
Stop
Also,
being
it's not one
shameless.
season; it's 6 seasons, so it's even worse. Liverpool City this weekend. LB, we come to your backyard. How do you feel about this game?
Come to your backyard. It's crazy.
Bit weird. Bit weird, man.
Yeah, why for that? Yeah.
I can't lie. Feel like we're playing well. Best 2 performances of the season, back to back. Bournemouth and who did you play last night?
Dortmund.
Dortmund. No injury concerns.
You just forget who your own club played.
Sorry, LB. I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry
Did
to
you
cut
just
you.
say who did
No.
we play last night?
No,
Dortmund.
sorry, LB. Sorry to cut you. I need to say this because Husam's a fraud and he's trying to like lie to all of his fans. That guy who just said one game is different from a whole season. He was referencing the fact that Arsenal fans are giving Arteta a season, and Husam gave Slot one more game against Villa,
Yeah.
and he was going to be Slot out. So he's completely correct. That's fine.
You're
But
clutching
you're
at
gonna be
straws. Wallahi, you're never gonna win.
I'm just clarifying what the guy
Go
said,
ahead,
innit? Don't try to lie.
Go ahead, LB.
Is it lying to the people?
No,
Yeah.
I'm not. Can we let LB speak about the big game this Sunday? Go ahead, LB.
Now, listen, I feel good going into it. We're playing well. Haaland's on a madness. Nico Gonzalez is mega. Defense is doing a lot better. If we didn't have our horrific record against top 6 sides, I'd be getting my chest out heavy, mate. Yeah, but our record against top 6 sides is poor. You know what I mean? We can't get over the line against these teams, but I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling a lot more confident than I was a couple of weeks ago. You know what I mean? I actually feel like we might win the game, innit? But I don't know, man. Our record against the top 6 sides is so poor. We just, for some reason, can't get it across the line, man. We just can't beat these sides. But the way we're playing, I thought we played well last night. Played well against Bournemouth. Like, we are playing well. And I think the style of play, the way we're playing, probably suits us a little bit more against top teams now because we're a little bit more reserved. Whereas last year, we was just trying to beat everybody, you know, playing old football, which didn't work. So, don't know, man. It's a bit of a weird one, but I feel like we can do it, man. I feel like we can do it. It's just that record against top 6 sides, man. It's just so bad.
What's the record now?
7 wins in 24. And only our wins have only come against Man United, Chelsea, and Spurs.
When did you last beat Liverpool then?
2 seasons ago, no?
Mm,
Yeah, 2
maybe.
seasons ago. Klopp. No, actually, you didn't because we
No.
drew at the
Drew,
1-1.
Drew. I think it's 3 years ago. Treble,
3
yeah.
years.
Mad.
Yeah. It's bad,
No,
man.
but
7 wins in 24,
No,
bro.
but
Is
to be fair, though,
bad.
like at least
Bad.
now you've got Foden back to his best form and Cherky's balling as well. That's going to make a big difference.
Yeah. If he starts Turkey, I don't know if he's going to start him. You know what I mean? Like, we've not started with them two in like a big game yet. Since the start of the season.
Have Cherky, Haaland, and Foden all started a league game together yet?
I think they might have started Spurs at home, but that was too soon in the season to do that.
And can I just say, and big up, Foden's goals yesterday were absolutely incredible.
No, he's class.
I'm not even joking. Like that second goal where he literally had about, and it looks easy, but he had about 3 defenders around him, and he had a tight space, and he saw what he was going to do straight away. He got the ball, first touch, bend. Like Foden's technical ability when he's on form, when he's doing that kind of stuff, is just reminds me of that season where he won Player of the Season for City. It's incredible when he's on form. So this is what I mean. This is why you can never write off Man City, because like, one, they're probably the most successful team that's been in the league for the last flipping 10 years or so, and 2, when you look at Man City's players, they still have top quality in their squad. And when they don't play well, it's like you still know that they can come back and play well because of their team. Like they have a lot. Like I rate a lot of their players. Foden, and again, some of them have been poor recently and haven't played as well. And obviously Reinders has dropped off a little bit. But ultimately, I'm still
they played together against Bournemouth, guys.
Yeah. And I'm still very concerned about Man City. I still feel like they're in the race just as much as Liverpool, just as much as Arsenal. And I genuinely do feel like it's a free horse race. No, I'm just saying that all 3 of us are in a title race. Like me, Chelsea and Spurs, I wouldn't say are in a title race. Same with United. But I feel like if you could say someone is going to challenge Arsenal, it's going to be City or Liverpool. If City beat you on the weekend, bro, they're 6 points behind us. You're 10 points behind us.
Yeah, so it's done for us, basically.
No, it's not done. But if it's not done for you, it definitely isn't done for City. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So City,
I'm talking from a Liverpool perspective. I think if we lose this Sunday,
if you go 10 points behind this, you're out. I think.
I don't think not in November, bro.
Not in November. I don't. You can't be out of the league in November. It doesn't matter. You can't say that. Like I'm sick of these fans that if I thought Liverpool would win the league at the start of the season, yes, in this position today, Arsenal have more of a chance statistically and points wise, but ultimately, I have to wait until at least end of February time, or maybe even like mid-Jan for me to go, you know what? From this position, we should win it. Ultimately,
I don't think they'd be in a position to lose any more points, put it that way. But I give you, if you go to 10 points, in November, I probably give you chances of winning the title maybe about 10%.
I think you guys are crazy, because if we go 10 points behind, this is basically what we need to do. We've got how many games left? We've got 37 games left. 27, games
27,
left. 27 games left. We would probably have to win minimum like 25 of those. You know how mad
no, we're not really. Not really, because that's... Yeah, you're gone.
Wait a second, You still got to play Arsenal. So that's
at the Emirates. Keep that in mind.
It doesn't matter.
Anfield, it would
make... It doesn't matter.
What's happened to you, man?
What do you
mean? You're defending champions. What are you on about?
You're defending champions. You know, can't go to the
you're defending champions.
How can you spend?
They've conceded 3
It doesn't matter. How can you be the?
Liverpool City section into Arsenal, because souls cannot speak about 2 clubs.
It doesn't matter.
But we speak about the Liverpool City game.
Stop waffling, LB.
You've got an Arsenal section.
LB. Well, I ain't talking about Arsenal. They spent 500 million. They're current champions, and they're talking about being out of the race in November. Like it's silly in my head. Listen, I think City will beat you, and I'm gonna speak it into existence. I hope they beat you, but if you do win the game, which again you have a chance to,
why do you want City to beat us? That's weird.
Because I'll tell you why. Because I'd rather go against City for the title. Genuinely, I'd rather go against City, because I just know with because obviously I'd rather go up against the current. Like obviously I'd rather go against, like I'm going to choose City over the current champions, who just spent 500 million in the summer and bought probably the best striker in world football last year, bought one of the best 10s in the world, have an amazing team.
The best striker in world football?
No, Isak was one of the best strikers in world football last season. He was.
Better than one of or the better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
one
one-off.
off. One off.
One-off. He was.
Yeah.
Every fan said that. Do you know what I mean? So, and that's why he cost 150 million, bro. You know what I mean? The guy was like literally, he was one of the best strikers in the entire of the world last season. So what I'm saying is like you can't take away the fact that Liverpool have so much quality. Liverpool have a better team than Man City. They just do, right? In the attack, they do. They got Ekitike, Isak, Salah, Wirtz. Bro, you can't compare it. They have the best team. Forget the squad. They have the best team in the league, probably in the world, right? So I'm not going to want to go up against them. But City, I just feel like have a lot of deficiencies. In defense, they've got a lot of deficiencies.
What are our defensive deficiencies?
I think City have actually got better defensively recently.
What are our defensive deficiencies?
The defensive deficiencies, LB, are the deficiencies you said about your defense 2 weeks ago. So go back on your stream.
No. You tell me. You brought
No. My opinion on your deficiencies is based on what you as LB.
What did I say? What did I say?
You go back and
No. You brought it up.
You brought it up. No defensive errors, but good defensive. No, don't be a flip flop. No, don't be a flip flop.
No, I'm asking you. So your whole opinion, you've actually created an opinion.
I'm not created it. It's based on what you said.
You have an opinion right now about football. That's based on what somebody else has said that you can't even remember. I
can remember it. I don't know. I can remember it, but I don't need to tell you. Listen, I'll tell you what I do remember. I'll tell you what I do remember. I'll quote LB word for word. I'll quote him here. I'll quote him. LB said 2 weeks ago, right, on his last stream, if City don't win the Premier League, it's because of their defense. And that's all I need to say. As LB said, we don't need to contextualize anything. Why contextualize it? Stop contextualizing it.
Well, where did I say that?
Go back 2 weeks ago and
Where
watch
did I say
your...
that?
Bro, I said I'm not in a position now to start bringing up streams and quoting the minute to you, right? I'm not sitting there with 10 monitors. Listen to what I'm saying. You don't like context, so don't try backtrack now. We don't want to bring up context. The context
I've been saying for the last 3 weeks on my channel, and as the City fans in this channel, that our defence is actually a lot better than it was last year, and it's not actually an issue. And there'll be City fans in this chat that know German chicken wings in the chat. Who knows that? Yeah, there's other City fans in this chat that know actually. I've been talking about our defense. I actually think our defense is mad underrated right now.
So you think okay? So you have a good defense. So then, where's your deficiencies?
Our deficiencies lie in probably wing areas, probably in terms of rotating midfield, and just in terms of settling the team down because we've had a lot of new signings.
Yeah, but I just don't think. Personally, I don't think your fullbacks are good enough. I don't think Ruben Diaz has been up to.
So Nico O'Reilly's not been good enough.
I don't think he's good enough to win you a Premier League title. No, I don't think
we won a Premier League title with fucking Zinchenko at left back,
I know, but I'm just saying this season with your current fullbacks, I don't think they're enough to win you a Premier League title based on who you're going up against this season.
So we can win it. We can win a title with Delph at left back, Zinchenko at left back.
Yes, anyone can go back and start bringing up Premier League titles that anyone's won where they had shit players in their team or players that aren't as good. Ultimately, I'm saying your fullbacks aren't good enough, in my opinion. I think and I agree with you. Some of the newer players haven't settled in, but either way, my point still stands. Without going into context, going up against Man City for this title is easier for Arsenal than going up against Liverpool, and I'll stand by that. Liverpool are the current champions. They've spent a lot of money. They have better players. They have more world-class players in their team, and I just think overall that if it's Arsenal Liverpool going for the title, we have less of a chance of winning the Premier League than if it's Arsenal City. That's it. Well,
don't you think you're taking away the factor of Pep Guardiola though?
I am, but I just
you admit you are. Pep is like
he is. Yeah.
Maybe I am.
Maybe I am. A devil when it comes to like all this like winning runs and stuff.
But I'm never gonna say I want to go up against the current Premier League champions that spent half.
So you'd rather go against Slot than Pep?
This season, based on Liverpool's team and manager and everything, I'd rather go up against Man City. Yes, and I think a lot of Arsenal fans will probably agree with me.
I can't lie to you, so you waffled a lot and my head hurts.
It doesn't, bro. Listen, no. Do you know what? No. Do you know what I don't like is when people come on and instead of challenging your opinions with facts and statistics and data, they come and say you waffled a lot, my head hurt. Stop trying to get.
How am I going to challenge you if you already cut me off? How am I going to challenge you?
Because you're
Let's
starting
talk-
the conversation by chatting rubbish.
So,
I just want to let you know that you waffled. And I was going to
Right.
explain why you waffled, but you got
I'm Bun
ready to-
Husam, I'm Bun LB, and Bun Staffy.
Yeah, what an argument. So you just complain about people who say such and such waffled, but your argument is Bun Husam, Bun LB, Bun stuff. Yeah, you won the argument. Congrats, guys. Everyone, you know, everyone put the clapping emojis in the chat right now for Souls, because he just won the argument like that. Good job, Souls. You really proved your point right there. I'll tell you why you're waffling.
Bro, I'm just trying to lighten up the stream a little bit, man. Go on, tell me.
No, he's going to tell you why you're waffling, bro. Let's hear it.
Yeah, let me tell you why you're
Staffy, I want
waffling.
to know.
I don't disagree with you in terms of saying their squad is better than City's. But when you've actually looked at the games this season, as much as I've downplayed City, they've proved me wrong. How can I say that? But then you're sitting here and you're still clinging on to an opinion that we formed in the summer. This City team have been playing better than Liverpool. This City team actually has an X factor in Haaland who's outperforming anyone on this Liverpool team. They've actually changed the way that they play football. People still haven't figured it out because it's a new style that we haven't seen before. And to top all that, their manager is clear of slot. He is clear, and we always knew he'd be the X factor. I took a gamble and said, you know what? He looks like he's getting washed. I was wrong. Maybe he changed his style of play. Maybe he's not. I don't think it's Pep in the peak of his powers. But look at the way City are playing, bro. When you have Haaland scoring as many goals as he's scoring right now, and I know what you're going to say, yeah, but what happens if he gets injured? Not enough players are scoring. Sure, we can always talk about injuries and how they can impact the team when they're in the title race. But I'll be honest with you, bro, and this is going to piss off a lot of Liverpool fans. It looks like the league last season was more of a one-off than City's season last season being more of a one-off. Because City, they've changed so much in the way that they play, and I'm looking at them this season, I'm like, you know what? I don't think they're their best yet, but I do think with the way that they're playing and the way they're scoring goals for fun, yeah, there's going to be a hiccup here and there. I forgot who they just lost to 2 weeks ago. Who'd you lost to, LB? Was it Villa?
Saying Liverpool's season was a one-off
Villa,
last
yeah,
season.
Villa.
That's a stinker. I can't believe Husam.
No, I said it's going to piss him off because it is looking like that. It is looking like that.
But that's not true.
Listen to Liverpool fan. I listen to Mike Das every day. He's a fraud. He gives me a headache. I can't stand him since he moved to California. But I listen to him, and he keeps talking about how their form dropped off towards the end of the season. And he kept saying we got lucky that every time we lost or dropped points on the same fucking week, Arsenal were dropping points. So these are some Liverpool fans that have been calling out from last season.
But how can you say it was a one-off when they challenged before?
Who's looked better this season, Liverpool or City? Honestly,
Yeah, but it can't be a one-off because we challenged the year before.
Yeah,
no, I want to hear sorry, not Obi, Souls' opinion. Who's been better this season in your opinion? Who do you think looked better?
City, of
November,
course.
in November, as of today, obviously statistically.
As of right now, yeah, you can only go by the sample size we've had. So we had 10 games.
The table says the table says City have obviously.
It doesn't matter what the table says. The table says Sunderland are the fourth best team in the country, and we know they're not.
No, but right now they're playing like that. So ultimately, we can only go based what.
No, but I don't do results-based analysis. I don't do that. It's
okay, that's fine. You don't do that. We don't tell other people not to do that. If I do that,
results-based analysis is for low IQ people. So if you want to,
that's fine. That's fine. And you haven't shown any certifications so you can judge people's IQ. Anyway, I think.
Certifications.
Yeah. This guy's talking about IQ and all this like he's flipping.
Bro, no one does results-based analysis. Just no one.
Anyway, listen. Hold on. First of all, I'm gonna respond to you. Hold on. First of all, saying Liverpool's league win last season was a one-off was a stinker. But anyway,
I said it's. See, you're misquoting me. I'm saying their season last season is looking more of a one-off than City's.
Okay, and look, I think City have been better, and I said,
how'd you come to that conclusion? I thought you knew results-based analysis.
I just said, as per the table, City are above Liverpool. So City have been better, right? So that actually proves my point. So I don't know why you mentioned it, but the reason why I say over a course of a season, I would prefer to go up against Man City, as I said. I think Liverpool. No. You can't cook me because you cooked yourself. You cooked yourself. No.
You just told me I have no certification to judge people's IQs because you said you go by the table. So, aka results-based analysis.
What table?
The table tells me City are higher than Liverpool. So by your own logic, City should compete more than Liverpool. So how are you going to flip-flop on your own logic?
I'm answering that question, and you're not even letting me answer it. So I understand what's the point. You just cut me off while I'm answering that exact question.
I'm doing my best.
Now you know how it feels.
I'm doing my best.
I big up main Amity said Souls actually won this. Fairs, you know what I mean? I know I cooked them.
Yeah. Go pick.
Anyway,
go pick
listen.
the one person who supported you. See,
That's
I didn't even
fine.
look at the chat.
Listen. Quality over quantity in it. You know what I mean? listen.
Hey, look, no one's calling you a professor. Hold that.
Anyway, listen. Yeah, I want to say one thing. Even though City have been better as of now, and I've been telling Arsenal fans I'm worried about City, but I just think when it comes to the remainder of the entire season, Liverpool have a better team, have a better squad. And I'm just concerned that one, they're the Premier League champions. Two, they have a better team and a better squad. They spent more money in the summer. You guys are clutching at straws here, and you guys are making it seem like me saying Liverpool.
So if they're the Premier League champions, why did they lose 4 or 5 in a row? I forgot what the streak was.
No one expected them to lose 4 or 5 in a row, but they did, bro. They were 5 points ahead of.
So you just told me they're the Premier League champions.
Staffy. A month and a half ago, they were 5 points clear of us, winning 5 out of 5. And LB sat there and said to me, "Oh, even though they haven't played
I don't care
that
about
well,
LB right now.
No. You're not. You're looking the other way. This is what I'm saying. You're trying to high press. None of you can high press me. I will press all of you at the same time. Why?
Don't focus about them. It's me and you right now.
I don't care.
ISO with you.
No, you can't.
ISO.
You
remember?
You know what you did? No, it's not that.
ISO.
You know what you did?
You right now.
You know what Staffy did? Staffy had a stinker. Staffy said Liverpool's league win was a one-off. Liverpool fans cooked him, and now he's changing it to Souls to try and make it seem like he's going up against me. You're not. You're going up against everyone.
I said their season is looking more of a one-off than City.
That's fine. Listen to what I'm saying. Husam, shut your mouth. Anyway, listen, yeah. Anyway, listen to what I'm saying. I'm trying to be serious now. I'm trying to be serious now. You guys are making it seem like me saying Liverpool. Me saying I'd rather go up against Man City than Liverpool for the title this season is a mad opinion, and it's not a mad opinion. Ultimately, Liverpool are the current champions. Fact. Liverpool spent more money in the summer. Fact. Liverpool have a better team. Fact. Liverpool have a better squad. Fact. The only thing I'll give City is they have a better manager. That's it. So ultimately, I would rather go up against Man City. It's that simple. Liverpool, well, bro, factually, I just said to you, don't say that's it. Liverpool have a better squad, a better team.
I repeated you. You said that's
it. No. What I'm saying is not an opinion. What I'm saying is a fact here. There's a fact.
Liverpool spent. You said no. City have a better manager.
Out of these metrics that I just said, Liverpool have spent more money. They are the current champions. They have a better team and a better squad. That's it. Because of those four metrics.
Because it's not just the manager, by the way. And by the way, it's fine for you to think that way. It's subjective. I can't tell you you're wrong for having an opinion.
I think a lot of Arsenal fans would agree with me, but that's fine.
An opinion, you guys, and that's fine. That's completely fine.
You guys want to have debates for the sake of having debates. Me saying I'd rather go up against Man City.
I'm not having a debate. Trust me, if it was up to me, I wouldn't be here right now. I would have gotten an extra hour of sleep and not spent my morning arguing with an angry Moroccan on.
Yeah. See, now he's going personal. Basically,
I'd be watching ESPN right now, talking about the Knicks once again blowing out another team yesterday.
Staffy's triggered. Example means Staffy's triggered. Big up Morocco, big up AFCON. We're gonna win the AFCON. You definitely can't.
I love Moroccans. I have beef with you. I don't have beef with Moroccans. So
we're definitely. Trust me, our team is definitely better than your country's team. Make sure you know that for a fact.
That's 100%. That's 100%. Trust me. You won't get me to say the opposite. You won't get me to say the opposite. Trust me. But let me bring you back to what you said.
Big up Maghrébis.
City have been defending better than Liverpool. City have been scoring goals better than Liverpool.
Yes,
they actually have a better X factor than Liverpool. So when you say, I'm just challenging you, when you say the only thing they have is a better manager, that is factually incorrect. Because I swear, let me check the table. I know they scored less goals than them. They conceded less goals than them. City only conceded 8. Liverpool conceded 14.
Staffy, I'm going to ask you a question. Who won the title last season?
Liverpool.
I know already who.
Okay, now can you answer my question? Husam, who won the title last season?
Liverpool.
Who spent
more money about last season? This is about now.
Who spent more money in the summer for this season?
Liverpool.
You just
who's got a better squad?
such a fraud.
Who's
Oh
got
my
a
God.
You don't use your eyes.
Who's got a better team?
You don't use
You
your
guys
eyes.
are flip-flops.
Oh my
You
God,
guys
I'm
are
angry.
flip-flops.
Shut up.
LB,
No.
get
Hold on,
angry.
mute this guy.
Smash
Mute
your
this
thing.
guy. I'm
I
getting
don't
angry
care.
right now.
No, I don't
Mute
care.
him.
Don't
Mute
jump
him. I'm
up
not
and
gonna
down
stop.
in your
Mute
chair.
this guy.
Don't jump up and down in your
Mute
chair.
this guy.
Don't jump
You
up and down in your
absolutely
chair.
hypocrite.
Not
What is
going
this?
to happen.
Shut up.
Savvy's
Shut up. I have
triggered.
to cook you right
Everyone's
now.
triggered.
Shut
You
up.
can't cook me. You cook
Shut
yourself.
up.
Do you know what I mean? You're going mad. You're jumping up and down.
Let him talk.
Let him land. Let him land.
Shows you absolute hypocrite. You sit here every stream, and you did it in the beginning of this stream. You complain about people who don't contextualize shit. You talked about how
That's what I said.
clubs over the years. Shut up! I'm talking.
Okay, first of all, bro,
You
your
were
mic
talking
costs more
about
money.
people wasting
Please
money.
leave your mic
Shut
alone.
up.
Leave your
I'm
mic
done. I'm
alone.
not done talking. You were talking about contextualizing. You were talking about how spending isn't just it, because you can look at clubs over the years. You said Manchester United spent over £1 billion and haven't won the league. Now your excuse to Liverpool is that they spent money in the summer. So contextualizing does not work now because it doesn't feed into Sousa's narrative.
First of all, okay, fine, LB, your mic costs too much money and doesn't deserve this. Please, okay? Please just chill out. Number two is this, yeah? You guys are not understanding what I'm trying. Jumping up and down your chair, screaming, doing all the madness. Let's all calm down, take a chill pill, right? So, what I'm saying is
What I'm saying
is this, yeah? You have to understand that I don't mind context, and again, what Staffy keeps saying, which makes him disingenuous. He's saying so far City have defended better, City are this better. Let me land. He's saying, City have defended better, City have conceded less. No one's. If you asked me right now, as of November 6th, who's better, I'd say City. But my opinion is not based on so far. It's based on the entire season, going over 38 games. I just think Liverpool have a better team, a better squad. They're current champions. They spent more money. Those four things alone. Forget what City have, whether it's just that or just that. Forget
At
City
what
now.
point do you change your opinion, though?
Bro, I keep telling you, I will change my opinion when it gets so far into the season where now there's no turning back.
Pointless. You'll change
it's not pointless.
So what he's going to do, LB, when he sees the evidence obvious in front of his eyes,
LB's a flip-flop. And the reason LB's a flip, I don't give, because you know what? I don't give a shit. No, I'll tell you why. I don't give a shit what LB's saying on his channel for the last 3 weeks. Because I remember when LB was last talking to me on this stream, he was going, City, man, we're not going to win nothing. And our fullbacks ain't good enough. And our defense is not good enough. And he was saying all this shit about Man City. 2-3 weeks later, Haaland's bagged a few goals. Now, I didn't say that. I've been saying we're the greatest team of all time. I've been saying we're the greatest thing since sliced bread. Bro, stop being flip-flop. All of you are flip-flops. Staffy's a waffler. Staffy's got too much to say when his own team is crap. That's number one. Number two, wait.
What does that have to do with my team?
No, it does.
You're a waffler. For no reason.
I don't care.
Haven't lost in 5 games. By that logic, let me put them in the title race because that's what you do.
This is my club.
Big up the Gunners.
We are better than City and United and Liverpool. Look at us and Chelsea. Look at us.
What does that have to do with anything we said?
Inject this into your veins.
What does that have to do with anything we said?
Big up Arsenal. Do you know what I mean?
We didn't even speak about Arsenal. What does that have to do with anything we said?
Staffy, because you're lying, Staffy. You're lying.
How am I lying?
I'll tell you how you're lying.
How am I lying?
I'll tell you how you're lying. Because I said over a course of a season, Liverpool are going to win. And the reason why, the metrics I use are viable metrics. Over 38 games, if you've got a better team, a better squad, you spent more money, and you're the current champions, you have more chance of winning the title. That's simple. You can't argue that.
Your metrics
I just told you. I'm telling you the metrics.
Your metrics is your opinion.
It's a fact.
You didn't provide any metrics.
I think, honestly, I'm starting to question your qualifications.
You know why you're the ruffler? You just said, no,
I'm starting to question your qualifications now.
You just said my metrics is just the start of the season. Versus your metrics, that's just an opinion. At least even if you don't like the sample size I gave you, it's actually facts. It actually happened for 10 games. I've watched 10 games and I'm like, you know what? This is what I saw. You are just saying, I think. No one gives a shit what you think.
You weren't saying this before. You weren't. You changed.
What do you mean? I wasn't saying what?
You weren't bigging up City a few weeks ago.
And I wasn't bigging up Arsenal. And I was wrong on Arsenal. Do I stick to my opinion and say Liverpool get the league over Arsenal?
It doesn't matter what you said, right? What I'm trying to say to you is, and again, guys, you can argue this from start to finish.
I started my segment by saying I was harsh on City and I was wrong. So when you come and tell me you wasn't saying that, I've already admitted I wasn't big on City and I was wrong.
Staffy's not understanding what I'm saying, and Staffy's Staffy's using the first 10 games as a metric to say, based on the first 10 games. So look, if we're going to judge what happens this season on the first 10 games, then LB's point earlier about Arsenal, City are at the title race. Liverpool are at the title race if they lose on the weekend. It's too early, apparently. It's early November. So we can't be saying things now. We have to wait and see. I'm not going to change my opinion that I had at the start of the season until it gets to a point where it's so far into the season, maybe January, I said it earlier, mid-Jan, end of Jan, where we can start to look at things now from this position, from this position right now. I don't give a shit if Liverpool are 1 point behind City. I don't give a shit if Liverpool have defended worse than City. I don't care about how hard.
So you don't care about the facts?
No, I do care. No. You're willing to look at the facts when it suits you. When it doesn't, you say I don't want to do results.
Suit me when I just said
I told you. Liverpool being current Premier League champions is a fact. Liverpool spending more money is a fact. Liverpool having a better team, and that's an opinion, but it's a wide known opinion. Everyone knows that Liverpool have a better team than Man City. You're being disingenuous and you're getting angry for no reason. You are a fraud. Okay, so hold that and understand that you got cooked today. You got finished.
Is it a
well-known
fact? Is it a well-known fact?
See, as I said, this is not Soul's world. Soul's world is just.
I didn't say fact. I didn't say it's a well-known fact. So don't misquote me. I said that's not a fact. No, I said Liverpool having a better team is not a fact, but it's widely known as an opinion. So it's widely that Liverpool.
You think that?
No, it's widely known. Husam said it as well, and he's a Liverpool fan.
What did I say?
I'm questioning.
Do you think Liverpool got a better team than City?
Of course they do. Every fan
starting 11 on paper, yes.
Yes, of course. And even a squad, you've got a better squad.
Nah, squad, I disagree. Squad is closer than you think.
I need to pull back LB's opinions that he was saying a few weeks ago about his team. And this is why
I think City's depth in midfield is better. City's depth in defense, you could argue, is better as well. City's I'd say we have a better backup keeper, and probably better forward.
even some of the comments are triggered. Listen, ultimately, the comments are making me laugh.
Let LB have the final word, and then we'll do supers and end. Go ahead.
That's his opinion. That's his opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's entitled to the guy's opinion. You know what I'm saying? If he thinks that he'd rather come against Liverpool, then fair enough. But
I would.
I still think that's mad.
He wants to treat his opinion as his
fact.
hold
on. So hold on. So LB, so you think it's mad that I would rather go up against Man City for the title this season than Liverpool?
I still think that's a bit of a mad take.
Okay, and tell me why.
Because based on the evidence so far this season, I think you should be looking at City going, oh shit. And that's the point that Staffy was making. Yeah, that it's looking like potentially last season for City was a one-off. And City are coming back. I mean, you see how we've been playing. We've been playing good, man. Are you not worried at all by Haaland? Are you not worried about Cherky? You guys had to kick the ball. He's fucking slamming it already. You're not worried about our midfield. Our over-reliance on Rodri has seemingly disappeared.
Okay, so his reasoning for why it's mad saying Liverpool will probably have more of a chance is because I haven't seen Cherky or Haaland apparently, and also last season was a one-off for City. When we're talking about the current Premier League champions who invested $500 million into their squad after winning a title, and apparently it's mad for me to say.
No. All right, I'd rather go up against Liverpool. But if you want to look at the past, which I think is a bit mad, you'll look at last season, but you won't look at the previous 6-7 seasons before that.
Okay, so now it's mad to look at the most current last season. So me looking at the most current season that just passed us. If I look at that, I have to look at the last 6 years.
I'm saying at the start of the season, you're well within your rights to go Liverpool are the title winners. They've spent all this money, Liverpool. We're now, how many games have we played in our competitions? About 15. So you're now in a position to alter your view, and nobody is going to cook you for changing LB games in. You're still going off of last year when it was a completely different Liverpool.
LB, I have news for you.
Completely different style.
LB, I have news for you. You're not.
I actually agree with what.
No, stop. No. I have one thing to say. LB, I have news for you. You're not winning the Premier League this season. What? I'm telling you.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
you're not winning it. So I don't care. I know you can talk about Cherky and Haaland or whatever you want. You're not winning the league this season.
Okay.
He didn't say they're gonna win it. We're debating on who's gonna compete with Arsenal.
Well, I'm questioning an Arsenal fan that would rather go up against Manchester City, who've won what, like seven Premier Leagues under Pep Guardiola, have been shown on multiple occasions to chase down rivals, you and Liverpool, to win Premier League titles. I'm questioning your logic when you're seeing this Manchester City now. Why you'd still rather go up against City than Liverpool?
Because I think that looking at the most current previous season is more of a well enough metric than looking at free.
Okay, so and that's where I question your logic, because you're going off a Liverpool team that last season was completely different to this Liverpool team. They played different style to this Liverpool team, and that you're now 15 games into a brand new season. I don't see why anybody is looking now at this point at last season. We're in November.
The reason why I said I agree. Let me just say have the final statement on this, because I'm gonna do supers and then end. Look, here's my thing. The reason why I agree with LB and Staffy's opinion is we cannot judge based on last season, because based on last season, Salah was having an all-timer year. We were defending a lot better. Last season, we did not concede 14 goals in 10 games. We didn't. We actually kept, I think, the first 3 games.
Maybe last season you lost 4 games the whole season.
Yeah, we lost 4 the whole
year. Your team
year.
was drunk because you won. Yeah. You already lost 4. So how can we make a direct
even the game we lost to
completely
Chelsea at the end and like that, we were celebrating the league, but slot was in Ibiza. So for me, I think we still have a long way to go. If I'm actually an Arsenal fan's place right now, I would want Liverpool to beat City, because City is more likely to challenge Arsenal, in my opinion, and they have the X factor of having Pep Guardiola. Which
of course,
is
you're going to say that. You're playing the reverse pitch.
Did I not say let me have the final word? Fucking fraud. This guy turns up late and doesn't quit yapping. Just be quiet. Anyway, as I was saying, so I think City right now are better than Liverpool. I understand what Sol's is saying from last year's metrics, but it's not last year's team. It's a different team right now. We've won 2 games in a row, fair enough, but we're gonna have to keep this up, in my opinion. Draw is a good result for us away at the Etihad this Sunday, and it's not going to be an easy game at all. It's not going to be an easy fixture for us at all. If we defend the same way that we've defended against Aston Villa and City and Madrid, we limit their spaces, but other than that, it's not going to be an easy fixture. Anyway, let me just grab these supers, guys. Can we get 300 likes? We've covered you with entertainment. I'm just grab these supers, then end the stream. So please hit the like button, subscribe. Don't forget to check out LB, it's LB more LB. Check out Staffy at Staffy TV, Charlie at Blue Brother CFC. Souls doesn't have a channel, but thinks he's famous enough to turn up late. But you can find him on the Core Pod. You can find him on this channel as well. So just get the likes up, guys. I know we have you entertained. We're closing in on 300 likes. Let's make that our target. This is the funniest one. I wanted to start. Big up to Hawkatelli, who says, love from Australia. Husam, big up the Australians. You'll never walk alone. Celebrate in November, cry in May. The Arsenal way.
I'm actually the one saying that Liverpool are still favourites. Everyone else on this stream thinks Arsenal's going to win the league. So they're
that's because we're pushing out.
But do you think City are going to beat Liverpool on the weekend?
I hope they do. I don't think they will. I want them to.
What score you reckon?
I don't think they will. I think it'll be a draw. I think it'll be a draw. But I want City.
And you're going to beat Sunderland. So how many points will you go above Liverpool?
My plan is City win on the weekend.
So you got 8 points above Liverpool, but they
no.
So
10. No. I'm saying 10.
Oh, 10.
I'm saying I hope City win the game. Yeah. Liverpool are 10 points off, and then I think City will drop more points.
But you think it'll be a draw?
Yes, but I know I want you guys to win.
So that means how many points will you go above Liverpool then? 8.
8, yeah.
But you still think Liverpool are going to win. So you're basically going to say you're going to bottle the league.
I don't think I didn't say Liverpool are going to win. I said I'm not.
You just said Liverpool are going to win the league. You said Liverpool.
I'm gonna say it again. My opinion at the start of the season was Liverpool going to win the league, and I'm not going to change that opinion in November. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to.
So you still think Arsenal? You're going to think Arsenal are going to bottle the league again then?
At the start of the season, I thought Liverpool would win it. That opinion will not change until January, February time.
So you think that Arsenal are going to bottle the league?
I wouldn't. But again, bottle's an opinion. What does bottle mean? What is that?
Bottle means when you go 9 points ahead of a team, in a Premier League title race and then lose the title to the team that was 9 points behind you. That's when you bottle it.
That's fine. But thankfully, the word bottle is an opinion, so that's not a fact.
Is that not? If you go 9 points ahead,
no, I never. I said facts stuff. You just didn't want to hear them.
If you go 9 points ahead of a team and that team overtakes you and wins the title, you've bottled the league.
In your definition of the word bottle, correct.
What's your definition of a word bottle then?
I don't use the word bottle when I'm talking about these.
Well, I'm using it. I'm talking
when Liverpool were 5 points ahead of us 3-4 weeks ago. Every Arsenal fan on the planet was saying, "Oh, we're already 5 points behind Liverpool. It's over. It's over. It's over." You'll
be 9 points ahead of Liverpool, and you don't have to go to Anfield. Do you know why
LB is so disingenuous? Because he sat there a month ago.
That's not disingenuous. That's fact.
I'll tell you what. LB sat there a month ago when Liverpool were 5 points ahead and went, "Oh, even though they've played bad and won 5 in a row, imagine when they start playing well. How dare you say Liverpool are going to drop off? How dare you? They're going to, of course, they're going to win the league." And you were saying all this crap, and now a month later, you've changed your opinion. Now apparently City are good again. Yeah, apparently Liverpool are not going to win the league, bro. All of you just flip flop every week, bro, with the different opinions. Husam is slot out 1 week, then he slot in.
I'm not slot out. Don't lie. I won.
We don't flip flop every week. We change our opinions based off of new evidence.
New evidence is presented. You can change your opinion.
Guys, we already established. Souls doesn't.
You're basically going to say the same thing until January. The same thing every single week until January.
So even if Liverpool lose all the games from now until January,
he'll just sit there. Liverpool could be 20 points behind Arsenal. Sorry, Sam. And this guy will sit here and be like, "Yeah, I ain't saying shit until January." That's just
gonna be like, guys, forget that they lost 6 of the last 8, but they won the league last season. So let's ignore the 6 losses. Let's talk about the
guys. You guys are arguing. You guys are arguing for the sake of arguing. Ultimately, Liverpool.
Let me grab
like what we're saying.
Liverpool.
Big up to Robert
current champions.
Says, "Yeah, big up Pep's Cone, man, world class with ass." And big up to you.
That's fine. You definitely can't chat about Mikel Arteta. Big up Mikel Arteta.
Big up to Redline Tarang says, Husam talked more about the feeling than one more game. Thank you. Exactly. I appreciate that. That was actually Ram on the match reaction. I spoke more about the feeling. Do I feel like he can take us forward? And I said, I think he will turn it around. And he did. How did I back Slot and people are still trying to label this? It's crazy. Big up to MT says, when rivals don't want Arsenal to win because of the fans, it's the lamest excuse of all time. I actually think happy Man United fans are way worse than happy Arsenal fans. Happy Man United fans are the worst fans to encounter in the universe.
They had us doing apologies after 3 wins. I couldn't believe it, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing.
3 wins.
Happy Man United fans are by far the worst. Let me tell you something right now. Guys, we're 5 likes away from 300. Let's get there. Rather go versus City. # famous last words. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, I ain't trying to go up against City in any pressure moment. You see that Pep bald fraud? You don't know him like I do. I think City have a massive weakness behind their fullbacks in transition. Their fullbacks give them width. Playing the ball quickly could hurt them.
That's not true. That's not. You haven't been watching City games.
He's a
What are we talking about here? The City team has not been conceding. What you just say on the transition? Has this person been watching City games? This guy's talking like they still got Edison and they have everyone on the halfway line and they're just playing long balls. What are we doing here, bro? What are we doing here? People are not actually watching games.
I think they've defended really well, but I think actually this Sunday Liverpool will be the defensive team. I think we're going to give them the ball. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You could talk about the tactics for the game for what it is, but the way he's talking about the massive what he just described right here, if you just removed City and put Liverpool, that would actually be valid. But he said that about City, who's actually not been doing it. It's a lie.
Souls, LFC conceded more than Chelsea. City defense is top 2.
Based on the first 10 games, which I've never disagreed with. I'm talking about an entire season, so that's fine.
Godfather, just because you send the super chat doesn't mean that we're gonna have to read it, my brother. That's
my game. No, you know it is. No, you know it is. I like that sort of banner. It's fine. Yeah, it's bad.
Talking chess with Pep's Cone man is hilarious, is what Robert was saying. That's a Pep's Cone man. Big up to him. Big up to JJ says, anyway, both Liverpool and City get 0 points on Sunday. Unfortunately, that's not an option for you, JJ. I know you'd love that as an Arsenal fan, but someone's winning. I don't even think this ends in a draw. Big up to JJ Ash again, who says, just showing love to the Don, one of the best content creators. Smash the like, people, and subscribe if you haven't already. 100k soon come, inshallah. Thank you, man. Make sure you guys are listening to him and liking and subscribing. And thank you guys as well for 64.8k. We're 200 subs away from 65k. So you get, we're going to get to 70k inshallah soon. We get there with you guys' help, man. Big up to all of you guys. Do more Liverpool players get in a combined 11? On paper, yes.
This combined 11 stuff is bullshit.
On paper, yes. On form, no. Like, on paper, I know Conor Bradley had an amazing game against Real Madrid as an example, but on form, probably Matthew Nunes has been better. On form is different than on paper. That's my thing. So, yeah. Big up to you.
On form, you'll have to put a lot of Sunderland players and also Bournemouth.
Yeah, and they deserve it. The Arsenal guys.
That's why we don't look at short-term periods to justify.
The guys, a certified waffler is what Hawketal is saying.
Your opinion, I respect it.
I disagree.
According to Souls, the analysis that we should do game in, game out, we should always look at the season prior and not the game before.
Actually, we should do squad gets disrespected. Their squad ain't even that bad. Their midfield depth is good. Their defensive depth is good. I think Trafford, different question marks, and their forward line depth, of course, a bit ass.
Who cares about Trafford? They got Donnarumma and go.
No, I'm saying depth.
Oh,
depth.
Off the bench, okay.
You forgot City spent much more than LFC this year. In a year, yeah, but not in one transfer window. I think Arsenal fans are feeling a bit uncomfortable, eh? In the words of Benga.
Yeah, I am.
Is that Graham Potter?
I'm not. Yeah. But I'm saying, I think both. I'm worried about both City and Liverpool. Honestly, they're both good teams, and I started off this entire segment by saying I think City have been playing well, and this. But I just think overall, even though they're both difficult teams to go up against, we've gone up against both of them and lost the league to both of them. I would just right now prefer to go up against City than go up against Liverpool. I just know
everyone's entitled to their opinion. Yeah. Fair. Anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap up here. Make sure, guys, hit the like button, subscribe, and go check out Blue Brother CFC. It's LB and more LB. A side bingo. You get me, my favorite. This guy makes side bingo fucking hilarious. I'm telling you right now. Go check it out. Go check out Staffy TV as well. There's American Waffle tonight, sir.
I'm going live with George in 2 hours and then American Waffle tonight, yeah, at 7 p.m. That's midnight UK time.
So live at
6 p.m. That's 6 p.m. UK time. So in 2 hours.
6 p.m. UK time, live with George.
Yeah, and we're going to be previewing this Spurs game.
He's just a YouTube hoe. Make sure, guys, check out OK Jersey. Use code Husam for 8% off. We're going to redirect you over to Footy Judge Mo, and that's where I'm headed as well.
I wanted to make a comment on that.
I'm going to go over to Footy Judge Mo as well. Love every single one of you guys. And yeah, I don't know if I'm back later tonight. I'll make a decision on the fly.
Get a tactics board out later tonight.
You need the tactics board for Qarabag. Peace out, guys.
Qarabag.